And we welcome you to Shady Spring High School. Tonight, Video Productions presents Class AAA Region 3 volleyball match. And this match is an elimination round between the Ripley Vikings and the Princeton Tigers. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Morgan Payne. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and Jackie Moon on camera. Well, Morgan, the postseason continues, and Shady, they get to sit back and wait to see who advances.
Relax a little bit.
Will relax and scout to see who wins this game between Princeton and Ripley, because as I mentioned, it's an elimination game. The loser's out. It's the best 3 out of 5. So the loser's out, and then the winner will have to beat Shady twice. And, of course, for both of these teams, they're not even thinking about Shady on down the line. They got to think of what's in front of them.
Right.
First.
I mean, you have to advance in this game in order to play the next one, right? So Shady having a little bit of the advantage there, like scouting, like you said, see what they're all about tonight, who they're playing, depending on the winner of this, matchup. I was able to do the Ripley and Shady game, and I was very impressed with Ripley. So, I mean, you just never know how it could go. Princeton, we watched against Woodrow Wilson,
against
Beckley,
yes.
Earlier in the season. So, I mean, they also put up a fight. So, I mean, it's later on in the season. So you just never know how tonight could go. So,
in fact, when I saw Princeton's coach, Brittany Muncie, I had her lineup from when, like you said, from when you and I did the game at Beckley.
Right.
She said she couldn't believe I still had it. I said, I keep everything, and I've learned over the years because I knew that this might happen. It might come down to where we might have Princeton again, so I definitely didn't want to get rid of it. And then, of course, for the first time tonight, I met the Vikings head coach of Ripley, Tabitha Craddock. So both these teams have already played, and Ripley had beat them before. Like I said, this is a double elimination. So even though Ripley beat them before, I don't know that gives them any advantage going into this.
Right, and especially, this is a totally different gym, totally different, environment and atmosphere. The atmosphere was great last time that Ripley was here. Both sides cheering for their respective teams, and it was just an awesome environment to be around. Hopefully tonight is the same way.
Yeah, that's a great point, because when Ripley beat Princeton last week, it was at Ripley. It was in their own home gym.
Okay.
Now they're playing them here on a neutral site.
Right.
And even though both teams have played here in Shady before, the first time they've played each other here in this building.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely something to point out, too. I know that Ripley has a couple key players. Desi Steele, I remember saying that name a lot. Addison Howery. Let's see. Braylon Lutz was a key player in that game against Shady. For Princeton, I remember Kenzie Lambert, Natalie Rose, Bristol Winfrey. I remember saying those names against, Beckley. So, I mean, we'll just have to see how tonight goes.
You have a great memory. Once upon a time, Morgan, I used to be able to say that, but I've done so many games. They all run together. I've got to figure out.
Oh, mine are starting to.
Yeah, do I know this one from basketball, football, volleyball?
Yeah, you do all the things.
Yeah, we do so many of them. But anyway, what we're going to do right now is take a commercial break as we're getting you ready for this first match. It's the best 3 out of 5 between Ripley and Princeton, and we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
A Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon, or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life,
we got you.
Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Yeah. I can talk to D like that. As we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School. As tonight's volleyball action is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Scotty Brown, your local State Farm agent, located here in Shady Spring, West Virginia. You can dial him up at 681-238-6130. Also, the action brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. If you're in the market to buy or sell your home, you can check out Luke Richmond, the broker, and Steve Morgan, the associate broker, and you can check on their website at exitelevationwv.com. Also, the action brought to you by Heather Cantley, your Edward Jones financial advisor. She's my Edward Jones financial advisor, takes great care of me. She'll take great care of you. She helped me start preparing for my retirement. She can do the same for you. She's got a new location on Harper Road, and you can contact Heather at 681-254-0097. And also being brought to you by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur, West Virginia. They are a proud sponsor of local sports, and they have quality custom cabinets. You can dial them up at 304-252-2917. Well, Morgan, I'm really looking forward to this matchup between Ripley and Princeton. Out of the 7 teams that were seeded in the region, Ripley was the number 3 seed, Princeton the number 6. And by the way, so this bottom half of the bracket will have a state qualifier, as the top half will have. The top half started with Herbert Hoover, Pikeview, Greenbrier East, Capital, and so they'll have 2 qualifiers from each of the 4 regions in the 4 different classes.
Right, okay. I think that's how they did it whenever I was in school. I don't think that.
Well, they didn't have 4 classes back in your day.
Right. Just the 3. But the top 2 from each region went to state qualifiers. Yeah, so both teams are going through their final warm-ups. Princeton will be wearing white and trimmed in blue and orange. And, of course, Ripley will be in royal blue and white. And as I say, both these teams are the same school colors. The only difference, Princeton does have a little orange in their school color, where Ripley's just, blue and white. Right.
So if you're Shady, as we talked about in our first segment, Morgan, you can kind of relax, sit back, kind of scout. You've played both these teams, but you can kind of get a feel. And, for the team that wins this, I don't know, since you've already broken a sweat and you got it going.
Kind of got that momentum.
Maybe if that gives you, I don't know if that gives you a little bit of advantage if you're Shady, where you've been setting, just waiting to see who you're going to play.
Right. I mean, I think physically, and we've talked about this, like whenever teams are just, in the sidelines just watching, physically, I think it's almost like a disadvantage because you're not warmed up per se, and you haven't been playing. But I think mentally it does help you kind of see what players are doing what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses. Where's the open spots, find those whenever you end up playing against them. So, I mean, I guess it's all just in perspective on how you want to look at it.
Yeah, and I guess each player can do their own self-scouting because, you can say, like, when I serve, I see how maybe this girl cheats this way or moves up or further back.
Right.
Or maybe if they think that there's a weakness, in, where I can put the ball where maybe they're not as good in this spot as they are in other spots.
Right. And, I mean, Ripley, watching them warm up here, just some basic hits, at the front of the net, they're looking pretty good. So, I mean, I'm excited to see what we're in store for tonight.
Yeah, and I think that's a big key, too. I mean, obviously you got to be able to serve the ball and get the ball across the net, but I think the play at the net is so important.
Absolutely, and not only at the net, but also, like, you have to have a good pass and set in order to get a kill. So,
right.
I mean, the back row is especially important. I remember saying last time I was here that Ripley had a decent back row. Like, they were able to handle a lot what Shady threw at them. So, I mean, if that happens tonight, I think we'll be in for a good one.
All right, we're going to take another break as teams are still going through their warm-ups, and we'll get started here in about 10 minutes. It's this Class AAA Region 3 volleyball match from Shady High School, and it's streaming live here on Video Productions.
Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Chevy, where they are right.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School as we get you ready for this Class AAA Region 3 volleyball match between Ripley and Princeton. This is an elimination match, best 3 of 5. And the volleyball action tonight brought to you by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Leisure Lanes has a 24-lane bowling center with a full-service restaurant. You can bring your family, join a league, and book your next event at Leisure Lanes. It's a great place to have a birthday party, and you can dial them up at 304-253-7328. Also, the action brought to you by Infinity Coal Company located in Sophia, West Virginia. Right now, they are hiring experienced underground miners. They offer a great wage and benefit. You can apply online at United Coal Company's Facebook page. And also brought to you by Pasquale's Italian Restaurant. They have all your favorite Italian dishes, plus sandwiches, salads, and seafood. They have catering and private parties available. Book your next event at Pasquale's by calling 304-255 5253. And the action also brought to you by Allstate Insurance, located at Market Road in Beckley. You're in good hands with Allstate. You can be in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent at 304-252-8646. Well, both teams there at Morgan look like they're winding down with their warm-ups, and we're about ready to get things started. Brittany Muncie, the head coach of Princeton, and Tabitha Craddock, the head coach for Ripley. Ripley will be in all blue tonight, trimmed in white. Princeton will be wearing white, trimmed in orange and blue. And I guess we're going to be, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 minutes away from maybe getting it started.
Yep, Princeton's warming up now. Ripley has just finished warming up, so they've got some hits to do. They've got some serves to do. And then we'll be able to get things started.
Yeah, while we got a minute, I want to take this time to let you know what else is going on Video Productions. Tomorrow we'll have college basketball, a doubleheader, as it'll come from the Raleigh County Convention Center, as the West Virginia Tech Lady Golden Bears got their first win of the season on Saturday, and they'll be in action again tomorrow, and that will air at 5 o'clock and tip at 5:30. And then Eric Thomas will join me for the men's game at 7:30, as Tech also opened up on Saturday with the men's team as well. Corey Agard, congratulations to him, as Corey Agard got his first win as the new head coach of Tech.
Oh, wow,
and
good for him.
Good win on Saturday, and they'll take on Pikeville, Kentucky. That will be tomorrow, and Eric and I will have that at 7:30. We're looking forward to that. And then we will not, in this market, have a football game, but the following week, once the playoff pairings are announced, we will. And, of course, if Beckley was able to beat George Washington, Beckley would be able to be at least at home for at least one game of the playoffs.
Right.
And Independence, where they're located right now at number 3. They should be number 3 when the ratings come out tomorrow. They should stay there, and they should be home for at least 2 games in the postseason. But once the pairings are determined, then we'll figure out where we'll be and figure out the days and times and all that good stuff.
Gotcha. I watched Independence play, I believe it was Princeton the other night.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
The game of the state or the region or whatever, at that time. And it was a good game. You know, Princeton and Independence both played really hard.
Of course, last Friday night, Video Productions, we had Beckley and Oak Hill. And the one thing I said to Coach Surratt, I was saying, on Halloween, you're playing the Red Devils. And he said he didn't care if he was playing the devil himself. As long as the game was in Beckley, he was okay with it.
Right. And Beckley ended up coming up with the win, right?
Beckley got the win. And as I say, they put themselves in position that if they can beat George Washington on Friday night, they can get a home game. Of course, George Washington's got a lot to play for. They can get maybe 2 home games if they beat Beckley.
And that'll be at Beckley this Friday night?
No, that's at George Washington.
Oh, it's at George Washington. Okay.
That's one of the reasons why we won't be able to carry it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But anyway, tell you what, we're going to take one more break and then get you ready for the action here on Video Productions.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon, or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
I I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
This fall, let the beauty of the season in without the chill. At Window World of Beckley, we bring comfort, style, and savings to your home. Our windows and doors are built to handle West Virginia's wild and wonderful weather.
Wv.com. Also, the action tonight brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. I'd like to have you an ice-cold Pepsi right about now, whether it's Pepsi in the blue can or the silver can of Diet Pepsi or the black can of Pepsi Zero. You want the nice, crisp taste of an ice-cold Pepsi. Maris Lowry here with Morgan Payne. Got the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera. We're ready to go. Princeton is coached by Brittany Muncie, and Ripley are coached by Tabitha Craddock, and we are moments away from getting this first set. It's the best 3 of 5. The winner of this will advance, of course, with the loser being eliminated. The winner will advance to take on Shady, and that will follow this. And whoever wins this game and plays Shady will have to win both matches against Shady to qualify for the state tournament. So Morgan, let's get settled in, and we're ready for what I think is going to be a very entertaining volleyball match.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. We watched both these teams previously throughout the regular season, and we know that they're very talented, and so I'm excited to see what they're going to do tonight. This has been the Greenbrier Ford Automotive pregame show, and now we're moments away, like I said, from getting the match started as the teams huddle and I guess to one another go over their final instructions and ready to get the match started. This is, like I said, set 1 of the best 3 of 5. You go to 25, you have to win by 2. And we are ready to get started. And like I said, did we ever, or I don't know if I ever figured out how they determine who serves first. Maybe I think you told me that. See, if I'd listened to you more often, I would know more things, wouldn't I? Hey, listen.
I'm going to from now on. See, so, it's like when Morgan talks, I need to listen.
That's right.
Yeah.
So do my students.
So your students will, and so should your husband, right? So
yeah.
if he's listening, if he's watching, I'm sure
should be.
He should be. Well, he should be listening to you, right?
That's right.
All right, we're ready to go. With that said, as here we get it underway, and Ripley able to score right off the bat. So Ripley scores on the opening serve there, and Princeton not able to handle that serve.
Yeah, that was a good serve by number 5. That's Cadence Shepard.
Yep,
I remember saying her name.
Yep. So they volley it, as both teams. Ripley able to get it over. Ripley, of course, is the team in all blue on the right, as they'll get Princeton in the net, and Ripley takes a 2-0 lead. And that's, so important. We talked about this before, Morgan. You can't dig yourself a big hole. You got to be able to stay close.
Right, you got to be able to. Yeah, you don't want to have to play catch up.
Yeah.
And Princeton able to score there. The serve is out of bounds.
Yeah, that one a little too strong. Talking about ketchup, that had a little mustard on it.
Yes, it did. Number 3, this is Gemma Bryant, I believe. No, I'm sorry.
No, the numbers
are on the right. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's an easy mistake.
Number 3, my fault. Bristol Winfrey.
Well,
I got you, girl.
Well, the reason, and I'll have to defend Morgan on this, and the reason, and I don't know why they do it, they number 1 through 22 how many players they got, and then on the other side, it's not in numerical order, and they've got it down. So that's an easy mistake to make. So we're even at 2.
Maybe you don't need to listen to me, Maris.
Well, no, like I said, I got you back on that one because that's an easy mistake to make as Ripley now regains the lead.
That was a nice kill by Braylon Lutz for Ripley. Number 15, Tiffany Fisher to serve.
So here comes Ripley. Ripley, believe it or not, as Fisher will dial up the serve. It just cleared the net. That's a great serve.
Yes, it was.
Princeton able to get it over. Set up at the net. And the point, yeah. Ripley did everything right there. They just hit the ball a little too hard because they got the right setup at the front of the net.
Mm-hmm. Number 9 checking in, Kenzie Lambert for Princeton. And then I believe number 7, which is Jalen Ramsey, checking in for Ripley.
And it'll be Burks that will serve for, I beg your pardon, yeah, that is Burks that will serve for Princeton. Ripley's got to get it over, and they can. It gets hit in the net, and Princeton with the lead. So Princeton gets their first lead of the set. And the serve, that's a really good serve.
It's a great serve.
Nice job by Ripley getting it over. There at the net. Good job by Ripley. Good job by Princeton as well.
Great hustle.
Look at that ball. It rolled right at the top of the net. And
yes,
the point goes to Princeton.
Great hustle by Princeton. As you watch the replay here, they were able to scoundrel up a little bit of a play there.
There's the replay right there. Look at that ball, how that kind of like it was walking the tightrope right there on the top of the net. Good job by Princeton at the net. Ripley's got to get it over, and they do. And a nice play by Ripley at the net. And the young lady that makes the play there, Lutz.
Number 14 for Princeton checking in. That is Ashlyn Miller. And then number 13, I believe that's Howery serving for Ripley.
Yep, there are two Howerys.
Yes.
There's an Addison and a Delaney.
That was Addison serving.
Yep. Good job by both teams right there at the net. And that time, Ripley just could not get the ball over the net, and Princeton with a 2-point advantage.
Yeah, I think the setter was just trying to do a little trick play there, but just was unable to get the ball over the net. Princeton to serve. Ripley able to get it back over. A little trick play.
Yep.
Back up to the setter it goes. Tip over. Princeton to try to set something up. Net blocks it.
And they can't get the ball over the net. Got a little too close up into the front of the net.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to make something happen when you're kind of awkward positioning like that.
Yeah.
Number 11, Kate Burdett checking in for Ripley. And number 24, Braylon Lutz to serve for Ripley.
And here comes the serve, left-handed serve. Boy, that's a nice serve. Had some smoke on it.
Yes, it did.
Good job by Princeton. And they're going to say Princeton was across the center line, right? Or was it Ripley across the line?
I think they're going to call Ripley across the line, so Princeton will get the point.
Yes, and Princeton with the 2-point advantage again.
And number 7, that is Madeline Anderson.
And
serving.
you know, that's one thing, Morgan, as I call the play, I'm sitting here watching. I really watch the play at the net. Maybe I should pay a little more attention to their feet when they get up to the net.
Yeah, it's kind of complicated, right? You want to look up, but then also, like,
you got to find where their feet
fault
is.
if your feet are crossing the net underneath. Simon checks in for Ripley. Ripley trying to set something up here. Out of bounds, the ball goes.
Yeah, that was spiked a little too hard. That was spiked all the way back to Princeton.
That girl can jump.
And Princeton's opened up a 3-point advantage.
Nice serve.
Yeah, and it's a good job to be able to handle that. But that's not going to be able to get over the net. Princeton's got a little momentum now as they take their largest lead of 4 points at 9-5.
Out of bounds, the ball goes. Now the serve side will be Ripley.
And that was Anderson, a little too strong that time for Princeton.
Number 15, Tiffany Fisher checking in for Ripley. And number 3, Desi Steele to serve it for Ripley.
You know, like baseball and softball, one of the few sports that's not controlled by time.
Mm-hmm. Right. That was out of bounds.
Yep, that's a little too strong. And, you know, that's the biggest thing. You just want to be able to put the ball in play because there's no defense against something when the ball, you know, when you serve it out of bounds like that.
Number 5, looking to check in, Hayden Harsanyi. Am I saying that correctly? If I am, great. If I'm not, I apologize. Number 5, getting ready to check in for Princeton. And number 10.
Well, I'll tell you what, Morgan, since you're the school teacher, I'm going to defer to you. I'm going to defer to you in that big education. How you like that?
I don't know about all that.
Now I'm not sure what we have. We had a little discussion here with one of the officials and Princeton's coach, and now she's walking down here to talk to the coach as well. So I'm not exactly sure. This is when the gym gets real quiet. everybody in the gym is quiet. Yeah. And everybody's like standing still, like the players are standing still. And she gave a signal like they do in basketball, like traveling. What does that mean?
Substitution.
Oh, okay.
Like they're subbing people in and out.
All right.
Number 10, Tyler Burks checking in for Princeton.
So whatever the issue was,
I guess it was resolved.
It apparently is, and neither coach is yelling at the official the way some basketball coaches do, right?
Oh.
You'd never done that, did you, Morgan, when you were coaching?
Never.
Never. Nice job at the net by Ripley. That was a great play by Fisher. Right now, very competitive game. 10-7, a 3-point advantage for Princeton. And here's Delaney Howry to serve it up, and she doesn't get it over the net. This is set number 1 of the best 3 of 5. The loser will be eliminated, and the winner will take on Shady next.
Princeton serves it. Ripley able to handle it, try to set up a kill, and it goes out of bounds.
That was you could tell the minute she hit it, that was going to be way too strong.
A little bit too far underneath the ball.
So this is the biggest lead of the night, and a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout with them, be right back here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Back here at Shady High School, Class AAA Region 3 volleyball match. Maris Lowry and Morgan Payne with you. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins. Producing and directing, Jackie Moon on camera. Here comes the serve out of the timeout. Now you got to play that off the elements. That's part of the of when, like we talked about on top, when you don't play in your own gym and you go to other gyms, and it may be this way in Princeton or in Ripley. I don't know. But that time the ball hit the basketball goal, and you got to play it off of there, and Princeton able to get the point, and they have their largest lead here at 13-7. That's one thing when you go to the state tournament, play at the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum, you don't have to worry about
hitting that ceiling.
No, there's no hitting. If you hit that ceiling, something's going on, right? You don't have to really worry about playing against the elements. And right here, see if Ripley can kind of get back into it, because this could be maybe a little danger zone with a 6-point advantage for Princeton. And Ripley won when the two teams played last week. But sometimes what a difference a week makes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as much as you practice and as many games as you try to play, that was great positioning.
That was a great play.
That was a great position for the ball to go for Princeton right there.
Yeah, that was Burks with a beautiful play.
Watch the replay here.
Princeton's doubled them up. Football score now at 14-7. Got a little momentum, does Princeton, and momentum is definitely for real. Something you can't see, sometimes you can't feel, but you know it's there, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Nice block by Princeton.
Nice job, and another sensational play by Burks. And Princeton has now scored 5 in a row to take this 15-7 lead. This is the first set of the best 3 of 5. Yeah, that looked like a little frustration as when Ripley hit it. You could tell that she just hit it way too hard.
Oh, but they called a tip. It will be Ripley's point. They called a tip on that.
Wow.
So we'll watch the replay here. I can't tell if that was a tip or not on the replay.
The ones that count say it is, right?
That's right. I'm not in the blue shirt.
I'm wearing a video production swag shirt, but I don't count. Nice job, nice setup. Both teams hustling. Got to get it over, which Princeton does. Great job at the net.
Unfortunately, that block did go out of bounds, so that will be Ripley's point, but great effort on Princeton.
So there comes the serve. Princeton gets it over, and that's going to be out of bounds. So Ripley got a little rally going. And they've scored 3 in a row, cut the lead to 5. Crowd continuing to file in, and so we will have
Ripley scores another.
We'll have a state qualifier. The winner, whoever comes out of this, as Shady awaits the winner, will punch their ticket to the state volleyball tournament. And that time, Princeton not able to handle the serve, and Ripley's got a little momentum going. As they cut the lead to 15-12. And Kyra Lusk will check into the lineup for Princeton. And serving it up is Kate Burdett. And Princeton not able to handle it, and just like that, all of a sudden, you look up, Morgan, it's just a 2-point game now.
That's right. Watch the replay here. It was a great serve by Miss Burdett.
Yeah, it was 15-7 a minute ago. Now 15-13, a 6-0 run. As Burdett lines it up, here comes the serve. And Princeton just having a lot of trouble handling the serve.
If I was Princeton's coach, I think I'd want a timeout right now.
And
she does.
She does. So Princeton needs a timeout. At one time, they had a 7-point advantage, and now it's been trimmed to 1. As we see the replay, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Colder days are coming.
Out of the timeout, Ripley trying to draw even here. And there looks like they're going to be able to, and they just do. And I'll tell you, Morgan, it's been a problem for Princeton. They out of the timeout, still not able to handle the serve.
That is not what you want to happen after a timeout.
Yeah, it was 15-7 just a minute ago, and now 8 in a row ran off by Ripley, and now a chance to regain the lead here.
Right, and I mean, honestly, like once you get to 20, you're kind of inching in on the win there.
Yeah, you got to go to 25, got to win by 2. And that serve will go too long, and Princeton will be awarded the point.
Number 5 checking in for the Lady
Vikings.
It's Cadence Shepard. Princeton goes to serve it. Number 3, that is Bristol Winfrey.
And Winfrey's ready, and here it comes. And good hustle, but that's out of bounds, and a point to Ripley, and we're all even.
Substitution for Ripley, number 3 coming in, Desi Steele for number 8, Miss Mackenzie Durback.
So this is coming down the stretch. This is, I guess, basketball's version of crunch time here at volleyball.
Absolutely, yeah, especially in the set 1. I mean, you don't want to have to play catch up. And great serve from Ripley.
Yeah, and right now that's kind of been the twist of this game where Princeton got off that lead, but they're not being able to handle the serve, and Ripley regains the lead. Ripley led early in the game, and then Princeton kind of overtook it early in the set, I should say. And now Ripley has regained the lead. Good hustle. That ball will not be over the net, and Princeton able to get the game tied. So, every serve is big, just like basketball, every possession's big when you get in tight games. Right. Every volley, every back and forth is big. And it'll be Princeton. It'll be Miller to serve it up. And here comes the serve. Just clears the net. And the point to Ripley. Nice play right there in front of the net.
Ripley takes the lead, am I correct? Yeah.
That's correct, yep. As Taylor will check into the Ripley lineup. So a 1-point advantage, 18-17. And it looked like that ball might have gotten out of bounds. I guess you didn't want to take that chance.
Right.
And Princeton can't return that and get it back over the net. Now a 2-point advantage.
Watch the replay here. Nice hit from Ripley. Contact made from Princeton, just a little too close to the net for the setter to be able to hit it. They get that free ball over. Ripley's trying to set something up, and they do. What a kill from number 24, Miss Braylon Lutz.
Great play by Lutz. Now a 3-point advantage. And you talked about getting to 20. That's a lot of momentum with a 3-point advantage. Like I said, you have to win by 2. You go to 25. If we get to a 5th and deciding game, if that does happen, then you'll play to 15 rather than 25. Good hustle by Ripley. And they keep it alive and get the ball over. Great volley. And a smash
Another
at the
great
net.
kill.
Yes.
From Miss
Lutz again at the net
Lutz
with a smash and a 21-17 lead. So we were tied at 17. Ripley's now scored the last 4. And that's a bit strong.
Number 6 goes back in, Delaney Howery for the Lady Vikings. Number 30, Miss Addison McCabe to serve it for Princeton.
Good hustle by Princeton. That was a nice play. And Princeton's got to get it over. They do. Good hustle, good play all the way around.
Nice play again by Miss Lutz. Not a kill that time, but just a tip. Able to get this point for Ripley.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, but where you hit the location. Like I said, just a little easy tip to get it across the net.
Burdette checking in for the Lady Vikings, and number 24, Miss Lutz herself to serve it. Point goes to Ripley. We've got 23-18.
So, if you're Ripley, you kind of sense, you kind of feel it, hey, they're like, hey, you got a 5-point lead. You're 2 points away from going up 1-0. You got to get it over, and they do. Now Princeton has to get it over, and they do also. Great job by Ripley at the net. Great job by Princeton at the net.
Great hustle.
And Ripley through all that was great.
That was awesome.
That
by
was
both
by
teams,
both
100%.
teams. And now Ripley within a point of taking this first set as we watch the replay. And that one doesn't clear the net.
So now it is Princeton's serve.
Yep, 24-20 now the score.
Number 12, Willow Simon checking in for the Lady Vikings.
Beg your pardon, 24-19.
Yeah, Princeton was able to score that.
Yeah. And
short goes into the net.
That won't get it over, and that's the set. So Ripley will win the first set, 25-19. They lead the best 3 out of 5, 1-0. We'll take a break and come back and get you ready for the second set here on Video Productions.
Struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches? It's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW WORLD.
This is Class AAA Region 3 volleyball action, as this is an elimination match between Princeton and Ripley, as Ripley wins the first set 25-19. They lead 1-0, and we've got about a minute and a half, Morgan, before we get ready for the second set. But Princeton had a 8-point advantage.
Had a pretty decent, significant lead.
It was up 15-7, and then Ripley all of a sudden really turned the tables on them. And there for a while, that every serve that Ripley put across the net, Princeton couldn't handle.
These Ripley girls are trying to get their hands on the camera scene.
They're trying to be on television.
We can see you.
Huh?
We can see you.
We can see you, but I don't know that if your family back home can see you.
Yeah, I thought Ripley played really well, especially
Yes.
to be able to come back from that lead that Princeton had. I think if you're Princeton right now, you just kind of need to fix what you feel like went wrong, and don't lose hope. I mean, we've got a long night of volleyball ahead of us, so I mean anything can happen.
And what I think, Morgan, is good that you have players, like I said, the Ripley bench, where basically on the bench almost. You and I are right there, and they can be. It's kind of loose. You want your players to be relaxed and loose when you're playing in tournament environment, having fun, and it's good to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially there is a lot of pressure, but at the end of the day, we just want everybody to have fun out there, and doing what we love to watch and what they love to play. So.
Right, and the thing is, I'm sure that as a team and as individuals collectively, they prepared themselves for this moment.
Right, I mean,
they're ready.
That's what they've been working for all season, to make it to this moment. So I believe we are all ready to go.
We are set, yep.
The refs trying to figure out, make sure everybody's rotations are good.
Make sure everybody's in the right spot where they're supposed to be. You and I guess, are where we're supposed to be. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, is where he's supposed to be. Jackie Camera, Jackie Moon, Jackie Camera. I can call him.
Camera on
I might as well call it. Well, sometimes it is Jackie Camera on the moon. I might as well call him Jackie Camera because he is always on the camera, and sometimes he is on the moon. So maybe I call Jackie Moon on the camera. How about that?
Walking his dog on the moon.
Sometimes. You got to watch for them craters. Well, I don't know if he walks the dog or the dog walks him.
That's right.
All right, we're ready to roll. As Princeton will start this set with the serve. Yeah, he'd probably like me to keep calling him Jackie Camera.
Nice little volley here. Got it going.
Nice job at the net by both teams. And Ripley able to score first. And, we talked about this. You never want to get behind early. And like I said, in that first set, Princeton was able to get to a 15-7 lead. And then all of a sudden, Ripley came storming back. And the game was tied at 17. And then they went on the run to win the first set 25-19. Lead 1-0.
I feel
nice
like it
job
happened
with the left
relatively
hand.
quick,
Yes. That was a beautiful play
yes,
with
it
the
was.
left hand by Anderson for Princeton to tie the game.
I feel like that comeback happened relatively quick.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it just shows you in volleyball, it really could go either way.
You get that momentum going, and, you get – it's just like I'm sure you see this in basketball all the time. One person starts making a free throw, then everybody starts to make them. And even sometimes kids that aren't very good free throw shooters sometimes start to make them once everybody starts to make them. And it's kind of like a chain effect.
Right. Nice little volley we got going on right here.
Great job at the net. Good job by Princeton. Ripley able to get it over. Fisher does a great job for Ripley, and the point, though, will go to Princeton on this particular play.
Number 10, I believe this is Tyler Burks to serve it for Princeton.
Here comes the serve, just clears the net. Like I said, I think those are the most effective serves. Ripley was saying that maybe Princeton hit it twice by the same player. Officials don't agree with that. And there's a good job by Fisher to get it over for Ripley. That may not clear the net. but Ripley able to get it and make sure that it does get over. And Fisher able to score for Ripley. And that will even things at 2 apiece.
Number 7, Jalen Ramsey checking in for the Lady Vikings, and she will be the one to serve it as well. And then number 14, that is Miss Ashlyn Miller checking in for the Lady Tigers.
So here comes the serve. Good job by Ripley. Princeton with a great hustle play. Princeton's got to get it over, and they do. And that one, good hustle by Princeton.
Good hustle,
but just not able to get it in play.
Yep, miscommunication. I think that they both thought that the other was going to go for it, and then just a little too late. So Miss Jalen, I believe, to serve it for Ripley.
Here's the serve for Ripley, yep. And that's one thing that Princeton, they're able to get it over, but they had a hard time handling some of those serves when Ripley made that nice comeback in that first set. Up under the net, and that's an easy play to call there. I've been watching long enough now that even I would know that that's an easy play to call right there.
Yes, if they would have missed that one would have been I feel like the gym would have went a little fiery a little bit.
I think everybody in the gym saw that one, and especially the ones that count saw it. So Ripley in the early going has doubled up Princeton. And a nice play by the Tigers at the net, that time by Anderson. So here's McCabe with the serve, and she doesn't clear the net. You know, Morgan, to me, that's one of the most frustrating things. We can't clear the net because, like I said, you don't even give your team a chance.
Right.
If you don't clear
and
the net.
Those are the basic things that you try to practice throughout the season. Make sure that you don't have any silly mistakes.
Yeah, you got to clear the net.
Sometimes you just can't help it.
Right. Well, I get that. I mean, you want to clear the net, and also you don't want to serve it out of bounds.
Right.
Here comes the Ripley serve, and that is too strong. Just as soon as I said that on cue, they serve it too strong. Does Ripley and Princeton able to get the point?
Number 7, Madeline Anderson to serve for Princeton. Nice serve. Princeton able to handle.
Yeah. Nice job by both teams going down to get that. That's a nice play by Ripley. And the point to the Vikings of Ripley. So it'll be Kate Burdett checking back into the Ripley lineup. And it'll be Lutz that will serve it up. Got to get it over, and Ripley able to. And Princeton not able on the return for it to clear the net. So Ripley's doubled them up. An 8-4 lead as Lutz gets ready to serve it again. Left-handed server. Princeton setting it up. Good play by Princeton once again at the net.
Nice spot there as we watch the replay, just right over the blockers.
That's Winfrey on the nice play at the net for Princeton. There's the Princeton serve. And Ripley cannot get it over. So 2 in a row scored by Princeton. Like I said, the winner of this match will take on Shady, and they'll have to beat Shady twice. And whoever wins this, if they beat Shady tonight, will have to come back here on Wednesday. Of course, if you're Shady, you're sitting in the stands watching this, Morgan, like no matter who we play, they don't want to go to Wednesday.
Right.
Because then you get down to one match.
Down to the nitty-gritty right there,
Anything can happen.
Number 5 checking in for Princeton, Harsanyi.
That's close enough. Like I said, you use that education you have.
Into the net it goes from Miss Desi Steele.
Yep, doesn't clear the net. And now it'll be Princeton's opportunity to serve it over. Ripley able to get it back over. And that's a little strong. And no, they say it's in.
They say they tipped it.
Oh, okay.
That Ripley tipped it.
You were all over that. Yes, they did.
A little bit closer of a score now, 8-9.
Comes the serve. That's a really good serve, too.
Yes, it is.
That's
nice hit.
Yep.
Number 15, Tiffany Fisher.
Yeah, Fisher's played really well.
Yes, she has.
And that extends Ripley's lead to 10-8. And now it'll be Taylor that will serve for Ripley. Madison Taylor. Good serve. Princeton gets it back over. And a nice job in the point to Ripley. And I think, too, why Ripley, why they won the first set and also the advantage, partly because of the serve, but also I think they've been really more aggressive maybe at the net.
Mm-hmm.
Tough serve to handle. Like I said, that's one thing. The serves have been really tough for Princeton to handle back in the first set and in this set as well.
Right.
And 12-8 now, a 4-point advantage for the Ripley Vikings. Nice hustle by Princeton to get it over the net, and the Tigers able to score.
A little bit of scrappy play on that one.
And that's what you need. You need that little scrappy play, especially in the postseason. There's the Princeton serve. That was Fisher, got it over the net for Ripley. Wow, that just came in so hot.
Yes, it did.
It still just really couldn't handle it, and maybe try to get out of the way, but she couldn't.
Right.
And Ripley gets the point.
That was a nice hit from number 10, Tyler Burks for Princeton. Is number 3, Miss Bristol Winfrey to serve it for Princeton. And that was inbounds.
Yes. Yes, and Fisher's like, maybe I should have hit it. She was like so indecisive.
Right.
And a point for Princeton. I guess if you're not sure, the best thing to do is hit it, right?
Absolutely.
And Princeton trying to get this set tied. And trying to tie up this match in number of sets, trying to go a set apiece. And got to get it over for Ripley, and they do. And the
Tyler
point
Burks
will go to Ripley.
Trying to do that little fake action and try to get it right alongside the net on the other corner right in front of us, but just was unable to do it that time.
Shepard will check in and will serve for Ripley.
Number 24, I believe Lutz will check in for Ripley as well.
And Ripley will set it up. Fisher knocks it over. And a nice job by Fisher again at the net, and a point for Ripley.
That was a nice backward set from Addison Howery for the Lady Vikings as we watch the replay here.
Good job by Princeton, able to get it over. Ripley with the set.
Nice hit.
Yes.
By number 24, Miss Braylon Lutz.
And it's a 4-point advantage for Ripley.
I feel like I've seen this before.
Yeah. Look like it looks like the same movie, right?
All right.
But this is such a critical juncture because, you know, you're playing best 3 of 5, and if you don't want to go down 2 sets to none, and then where you have the pressure, you know, we have to win 3 straight. If you're Princeton, you can hang around, and then this is right about the time in the last game where Ripley made their run. Now this is maybe where Princeton can make, you know, where they can make their run. Yeah. Here comes the serve. And the point for Princeton is Ripley not able to get it back across the net. So 2-point advantage. Princeton trying to get a little closer.
Nice spot.
Yes, Lutz. And it'll be Ramsey to serve it for Ripley. And that is in play. You know, Morgan, one of the things, whenever I hear Ripley or do a Ripley game or think of Ripley, the thing that I always remember is there's a timeout, and I'll finish this story on the other side of the timeout. We'll take a break, be right back here on Video Productions.
Struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches? It's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School, this Class AAA Region 3 volleyball match, and being brought to you in part by Direct Choice, your pre-owned auto sales between the 2 malls in Beckley, or once between the 2 malls. There's not a Raleigh mall anymore. Showing my age there, Morgan. But I was going to tell you what I think of Ripley, and this is way before you were born. Back in 1977, they played the AAA State Football Championship there, and that was the last time Beckley won the state championship, and it was the coldest game that I've ever been to in my life. And Beckley beat Fairmont Senior 6-0 to win that state championship in 1977. And it was the Saturday after Thanksgiving back then. They only took 4 teams.
Oh, wow.
And I remember how cold it was at Ripley.
Great rally right here between Princeton and Ripley. Both teams doing a great job hustling, setting up plays.
Yeah, this has been a really good volley by both squads here. And Ripley able to score. So Ripley's opened up the 18-13 lead. Ripley won the first set, 25-19. It's the best 3 of 5, so Ripley up 1-0. This is an elimination match. And the point to Princeton.
I think Ripley wasn't sure if she wanted to hit that one or not, Miss Jalen.
And you know, from Princeton to get here to Shady, that's a haul. That's every bit of probably 2.5 hours to get here. Of course, Princeton just right over the mountain here from Shady just probably took Princeton probably 30 minutes to get here.
Right.
Maybe not that. And Princeton able to score. And that's why I guess it's so the regular season is so important to be able to host. You want to be able to have everything in your gym. Yeah.
Everything in your home
gym.
Yeah,
you don't want to travel if you don't have to. And Princeton with a little spark needs a little rally. So really a crunch time right here. Ripley trying to get a stranglehold on this. as they score there, and they lead 19-16.
Watch the replay here. Great hit for Ripley.
Addison Howery will serve it up for the Vikings. Princeton's got to get it over, and they do.
Nice hit from number 33.
Yeah.
Addison Taylor.
And a nice return by Princeton.
Nice spot for number 24, Braylon Lutz.
And now it's a 20-16 lead. So to go to 25, got to win by 2. And Ripley trying to take command of this match and set. If they're able to hang on and get it done, they'll go up 2-0. But Princeton will have something to say about that, as they did on that play.
Great block from Princeton right there up at the net.
So there's the serve by Princeton. That was Anderson that served it over. Good hustle. Ripley's got to get it over. That's the third hit, and they do.
Nice.
Yes, nice play by Taylor at the net for Ripley.
Little one-hand push action.
And you know, we were in the same spot in the last set. It was 21-17, Ripley in the last set.
Right.
And here we are, 21-17 again. As you stated, it seems like you've seen this movie before, right?
Number 11, Kate Burdett checking in for the Lady Vikings. Number 24, Braylon Lutz to serve it for Ripley. A little awkward at the net there for Princeton, but they're able to recover.
Yeah, and a good job by Ripley that they didn't get in the net. And a nice play.
Great play, Miss Addison Taylor. That's 2 plays, significant plays at the net for her. Great job. Way to keep control, have her feet not be underneath the net. Great job from that young lady right there.
Yeah, Princeton's going to have to make a nice run, and now it's a 23-17 lead, and Ripley can start to smell a little bit, start to sense it, that they can close in and go up 2-0 and make it really difficult for Princeton having to win the next 3.
Right.
And how are they're going to say that
Princeton hit the net.
Princeton was
Ripley's
in the net.
Point and serve for game point.
Game point for Ripley, as they won the first set 25-19 and trying to close this one out and go up 2-0. And the point to Princeton. So Willow Simon will check in for Ripley. Hannon's Princeton, they'll serve it up. And the point to Princeton.
Out of bounds on the right side there, just went outside of the antenna. Princeton will continue to serve it. Scores 19-24.
Yep, I've cut it to 5. A chance when you serve, even though anybody can serve, when you can score without serving, you might feel you have the best chance, but that's it right there, is Ripley able to win it. And at the exact same score, 25-19, the score of both sets. So it's a 2-0 lead in the match, and we'll take a break and come back and get you ready for what could be the final set of this match, as Ripley's taking a 2-0 lead. We'll be right back on Video Productions.
We gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports, has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Midstate Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Midstate Ford, home of the Big John deals.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Hey, grab me one too.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School Class AAA Region 3 volleyball match as Ripley has defeated Princeton in the first two sets, Morgan, by the same score of 25-19 in each one of those. And like they almost were carbon copies.
Absolutely,
they were like 21-17 in each game. And like I said, they each ended by the same score. So now if Ripley's able to win this set, they will win the match and Princeton will be eliminated. And then Ripley will have a break, and then they'll take on Shady. But for Princeton, they have to win three in a row.
Time. Yeah.
And you can't think about three in a row. You can only think about what's in front of you. Just try to win the serve. Just try to win a little bit at a time in small increments and see if that can get you back in it.
Right.
All right, ready to go. Ripley will start it off. And that is a little too strong.
Number 3 for Princeton, Bristol Winfrey to serve it.
Princeton able to take the lead. And the point for Ripley.
Ripley answers. Nice kill there. Number 15 for Ripley, Tiffany Fisher, who's played outstanding tonight as well. Ready to serve it for Ripley.
Good job at the net by the Vikings.
Into the net it goes for Princeton's number 30.
Yeah, that was Addison Howry right there that had a great play by Ripley at the net. And Ripley up 2-1.
Addison McCabe for Princeton was not happy with that one, so I feel like she's probably going to try and make up for it right here.
Comes the serve by Ripley. And a nice job just putting it right where they're not.
Lutz.
And a 3-1 lead.
Here's the replay. Great kill by Lutz, just right directly in the middle of the court.
Got a nice little crowd here, and the crowd continuing to fall in. A lot of students here to our left there waiting for Shady, a lot of Shady Spring students. Trying to support their homestanding Tigers as Shady will play up next and play the winner of this. The loser of this match will be eliminated. And unless Princeton wins the next 3 sets, they will be eliminated, as both of the first two went to Ripley by the same score of 25-19. And Princeton able to score there.
Little contact on that block for Addison Howery. Just unable to get it on the other side. So nice little point for Princeton there.
Ramey will check in for Ripley.
Number 10, that is Tyler Burks to serve for Princeton.
That's a little strong. You could tell the minute she served it. And that's the thing, you know, like I said before, when you serve the two things, A, you can't hit it into the net. You at least got to clear the net to give your team a chance. And B, you can't hit it out of bounds. You can't hit it too strong, can't hit it out of bounds. And that time, that's in play. Like I've always said, when in doubt, hit it. In basketball, when in doubt, grab it.
Shoot it.
Well, that too. No one's ever had to tell me not to shoot.
Me neither. That one was out of bounds.
Yep. A little strong. So here's Princeton with the serve. Good hustle play, but Ripley able to get the point.
As they lead now 3-6. Yep, 6.
Yep, 6-3
Ripley.
to lead.
3 points for Princeton. Number 11, Kate Burdett checking in for the Lady Vikings.
And as I look back, it was 6-3 in the last set. Like I said, a lot of these 2 games and 2 games up here to these first 9 points, this one have kind of mirrored each other. It's kind of like just a continuation of what we saw from the beginning. And that's a little strong.
From Miss Steele. Number 12 checking in Willow Simon for the Lady Vikings. She goes.
Of course, you know, Morgan-Raleigh County could have 3 teams to represent at the state tournament. You could have Beckley in 4A.
Definitely could.
You could have Shady in 3A. You could have Independence and or Liberty in 2A.
Absolutely.
So, you know, they've all got
dogs in the fight.
Yeah,
possibly.
That, and they've all got a really good chance to have not just a dog in the fight, but a real fight in the dog.
That was a little too strong.
Yep.
From Princeton, number 3, Miss Steele, ready to serve, and then number 15 checking in for Ripley, Tiffany Fisher.
You know, I can remember back, I think this was 2001, when at the state boys basketball tournament, Raleigh County had all 3 teams in the state championship game, including when Ronnie Olson played for Independence. Ronnie Olson, currently the athletic director here at Shady. Beckley was in when they only had 3 teams. Beckley was in the AAA championship. Independence was in the AA championship, and Marsh Fork was in single A.
Oh, wow.
Back in 2001. And the point to Ripley. Of course, Ripley coming from Jackson County. Like I said, pretty good haul here to Shady Spring here in Raleigh County. Princeton from Mercer County, as that serve doesn't get across the net, goes right into the net. And here's Princeton ready to serve. That's Lambert with the serve. Good job at the net, and the point to Princeton. Bryant does a good job for the Tigers.
Number 9, Ava Casto to serve for Princeton. Nice serve.
Yes, it was.
Back row of Ripley able to handle it. Little awkward set there as Princeton up at the net executes the play, results in the point. We are all tied.
Yep, even at 8. And, you know, that's, you know, Princeton, they got to stay close. They can't. And they've stayed close till it got to like 17, 15, all that, and then it's kind of unraveled for them.
Nice serve.
Got to get it over, and they do. Good job at the net, and it just kind of hung at the top of the net, and it gets over for Ripley. And that's a little strong. And the point to Princeton, and now Princeton is in front. You know, coming into the seeding, of course, Ripley was the higher seed. Ripley was the 3rd seed. Princeton was the 6th seed. Shady was the number 2 seed. And this is the lower half of the Region 3 bracket as the point goes to Ripley. Herbert Hoover was the overall number 1 seed as we're even at 9. So here is Ripley to serve it up. And that's a little strong, and the point will go to Ripley. Coming up tomorrow night on Video Productions, we'll have college basketball. The WVU Tech women and men's team in action at the Raleigh County Convention Center in Beckley. And the women's game will tip at 5:30, airing at 5 o'clock with Bill O'Brien and Mark Montgomery. And then Eric Thomas will join me. And we will have the men's action at 7:30. Both the Tech women and men won their first game on Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. So both men and women 1-0 on the young season. As we've pretty much got all the sports going on now. As we're winding up volleyball, winding down the football season, winding down most of all the fall sports as Princeton gets the point. With men's and women's basketball getting ready to start here in the next week or so. So here's Princeton ready to serve. And they've now tied the game. So all even at 11. And the serve is out of bounds, and the point will go to Ripley. So Ripley has regained the lead as Lutz will check back into the lineup. Here comes the serve by Ripley. Good hustle by Ripley. Good hustle by Princeton to get to the net. Ripley's got to get it over now, and they do. And the point to Ripley. So Ripley with a 2-point lead here. Good job by Princeton getting it over the net. Good hustle by the Tigers that time. And Fisher able to slam it home. And now Ripley has scored the last 3, and they take a 14-11 lead. And that was such a nice play, a smash there that time by Fisher.
Yes, it was.
Right at the front of the net. So here comes the serve by Burnett.
Great serve.
Princeton's got to get it over on this hit, and they do. Good job by both teams at the net.
Nice hit.
Yes.
By Lutz.
And once again, this kind of taken the shape, the form of the previous two.
Deja vu.
Yes. I think a big word you're using. Huh? If I could only spell that right.
It's not too hard.
No, well, good thing you don't teach spelling. You might ask me to spell it. That's in the net, and the point to Ripley. So in a 16-11 lead, and Ripley trying to eliminate Princeton and advance to take on Shady. And that's good hustle, but not able to make the plays. Princeton, and now, like I said, it was tied at 11, and a nice little run here to go up 17-11, a 6-point run.
Princeton wants a timeout.
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
And we'll take it with them. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School. Out of the timeout, Ripley with the serve. They're on a 6-0 run. They lead 17-11, trying to close Princeton out. Is trying to win this match. They lead 2-0 in the best 3 of 5. And it's out of bounds, and Ripley with the point. Once again, Morgan, like I said, the game was even at 11, and then seems like it in the first 2 sets and in this one, at certain points of the game, especially when we've got
someone
to
just
this
starts
point.
Getting ahead.
Well, and it's been Ripley because the wheels have kind of come off the wagon for Princeton.
Right.
And once again, another point.
Tiffany Fisher,
and
just a presence at the net, able to block it and send it right back over.
And 8 in a row ran off by Ripley to take this 19-11 lead.
The replay here, great effort from Fisher at the front of the net. Number 8 checking in, Mackenzie Durback for the Lady Vikings. Miss Burdette to serve it.
So for Princeton's season to continue, they got a lot of work to do. And
they better start soon because now it's 11-20.
Yes.
And Ripley's getting ready to have this third set under their belts here.
9 in a row, tied at 11.
Right.
And now 20-11. And
but it ain't over till it's over.
No, that's true. But but somewhere somebody's going to have to help stop the bleeding. I mean, they've just been able to score, like I said, this little run. And that time, that's out of bounds. And that stops the bleeding for now. As that breaks a 9-0 run and cuts the lead to 8 to 20-12. So Winfrey ready to serve for Princeton.
Out of bounds for Princeton. Ripley gets the point.
So, they're kind of closing in. You got to go 25. They got 21. You got to win by 2. Ripley won the first 2 sets, 25-19 in set 1 and set 2. And trying to win the set and win the match and eliminate Princeton and advance to take on Shady.
Desi Steele checking in for Ripley.
That's going to be out of bounds. And that makes it 22-12.
Number 15, key player Tiffany Fisher for Ripley to serve for the Lady Vikings.
And here comes the serve.
Great serve. Into the net it goes for Princeton, which results in a Ripley point, 2 points away from winning the third set.
Yeah, and advancing to take on Shady for a trip to see who can punch their ticket to the state volleyball tournament. And that's going to be tough for Princeton to get it over. Will they do? That's a great play.
Great play, great hustle.
Because I'll be honest, Morgan, when that ball first went in the deep corner, I didn't think they were going to get it over. And now across the center line is Ripley, and the point will go to Princeton.
Number 14 checking in for Princeton, it's Ashlyn Miller, and number 9 checking in as well. That is Kenzie Lambert, and number 7, Jalen Ramsey checking in for the Lady Vikings. Is Princeton getting ready to serve here, try to get some momentum going, not going away quietly.
Yeah, when you're down to 2 more points in your season being over. And Princeton able to get another point there. Comes the serve. Ripley's got to get it over on this hit, and they do. Both teams doing really good at the net on this volley. And Ripley now a point away from advancing to take on Shady and eliminating Princeton. We'll have a short break in between should that be the case. And then we'll get you ready for Ripley and Shady. And Ripley will have to win as Princeton scores. Ripley will have to beat Shady twice as far as winning the match. So it's 24-15.
So if Ripley beats Shady.
If they beat Shady, if they win the match.
We'll be here Wednesday.
They will be here Wednesday. Correct.
But both teams still advance. Shady and Ripley?
No, because you have the top half and the bottom half.
Oh, that's right.
The way the bracket is out, who's ever going to win the top half? And I'm not sure where we are with that.
Right.
Number 1, Herbert Hoover. So you've got one qualifier from the top
each
half.
Bracket.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. So in pretty much what's going to come down to is Shady and Ripley will be playing to see who can punch their ticket to the state tournament. And with that right there, that is the set and the match. And the final score is 25-15, and that's the sweep. That's the broom. That is 3-0 to win the match. Princeton's season will come to an end. So congratulations to Ripley. They win 25-19, 25-19, and 25-15. We'll have about a 15-minute break between the next match, which will be Ripley and Shady, and we'll talk to you here in about 10 minutes here on Video Productions.
Turn your passion into a career at New River Community and Technical College. We've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Hey, grab me one too.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School. I'm Maris Lowry along with Morgan Payne. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera as we're getting you ready for this Class AAA Region 3 title matchup. And it's between Shady and Ripley here in this volleyball action. And this is the best 3 out of 5. And the winner of this will punch their ticket to the state tournament in Charleston here next week. Now, we've already had one match, and that's how
I thought it was a great one, too.
It was. Ripley able to get here as they swept Princeton. They beat them 3-0 to win the match, and they were really
almost mirroring scores
yes,
in those first two
well,
sets.
25-19 in the first one, 25-19 in the second one, 25-15 in the third one. So with that said, that eliminated Princeton, and now we're down to, like I said, either Shady or Ripley. The winner goes to the state tournament. And actually, it's just not that simple. If Shady wins tonight,
right,
they're in. But if Ripley was able to win the match,
then
they have to come back Wednesday and play for another 3 out of 5. So it's a tall task for Ripley, but it can be done.
It absolutely can be done. I mean, it's not over till it's over, like we said the last set here. I mean, Princeton, it could have made it all the way to set 5, but unfortunately for Princeton, that did not happen. But I think the Shady and Ripley game might be a little bit of a different story. I think we might go a little bit more than 3 sets here tonight because Ripley looked good against Princeton. I know that they definitely want some revenge from the earlier games this week. So I think we're in for an interesting one tonight.
Yeah, last Thursday when I was calling the middle school football championship across the county, you and John Smith were calling the Ripley Shady game. So you've seen this act already
right,
once.
Yeah, and I think, and Johnny Smith said this too, I think they're both very evenly matched. And I think that, in front of the net and towards the back, in the back row, you have key players for both sides that kind of mimic each other in how they play. So I think that this will definitely be a good matchup between Ripley and Shady.
Yeah, looking forward to it. We'll take a quick break, come back and get you ready for this Class AAA Region 3 volleyball matchup coming up next here on Video Productions.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
Hey, grab me one too.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Welcome back to Shady Spring High School. Tonight's volleyball action, and actually we are going to have the playing of the national anthem. And we'll take a quick break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Summer's here, the Jeep is ready, and at Northside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, you're getting the best prices in southern West Virginia. Top off, doors open, sunshine pouring in. This is what summer freedom feels like. Your next adventure starts here at Northside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat in Summersville, where everybody rides. Because summer's better with a Jeep and the best deal around.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
Tonight's volleyball action is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Scotty Brown is your local State Farm agent located in Shady Spring. You can dial him up at 681-238-6130. Also, the action tonight brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. If you're in the market to buy or sell your home, you can contact Luke or Richmond, the broker, Steve Morgan, the associate broker, and their website is exitelevationwv.com. We're ready to go. Maris Lowry here with Morgan Payne. We also have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and Jackie Moon on camera. Ready to go. This is the first set of the best 3 out of 5. And if Ripley wins the match, then we will do this all over again on Wednesday night. And, of course, if Shady wins, Shady will punch their ticket to the state volleyball tournament at the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum. And a nice crowd in as we look to our left, Morgan, the student body of Shady Spring High School here to support their girls here in this volleyball regional matchup here with the Ripley Vikings.
Yeah, great atmosphere, great crowd for both sides. Ripley, making the long travel here to Shady Spring. I think we're getting ready to get things started. The referee making sure that all the rotations on both sides are set and good to go.
That everybody's in the correct place where
That's
they're supposed
right.
to be. Of course, Ripley will be wearing the royal blue. Shady will be wearing the navy blue. And I've said this before, we've done games where both teams will wear dark uniforms. I don't think
Right.
we've never had both teams wearing white. But you think that in tournament play that one team would have to wear like a light color and one team wear a dark color.
You would think.
You would think. All right, so Ripley will get things started. As apparently they have won the toss, and they will serve as it'll be Shepard. Candace Shepard will get things rolling, and we are underway as that gets across the net. And good hustle by Ripley, but Shady able to get the first point of this set.
Good effort by Cadence Shepard on that.
So it'll be Reagan Mann will serve it for Shady. Shady's had time to kind of watch and, like I said, Morgan do some self-scouting, getting ready for Ripley. Ripley should be loose after already playing 3 sets and eliminating Princeton. That's for Gill with a nice smash, but great job by Ripley.
Great recovery by Ripley right there.
And they're going to get, I think, Stover in the net for Shady. Olivia Stover in the net, and the point will go to Ripley and even things up. And you can already tell this seemed, maybe because of the crowd, a little bit more intensity, a little bit more fire to start this.
We're only 1 point for each end, so I mean,
of course,
definitely going to be a good one.
A lot at stake. For Shady, if they can close it out tonight, they'll have extra time to prepare for the state tournament. And if Shady scores it up 2-1, if Ripley can get the win tonight, they'll come back Wednesday and for all the marbles in a best 3 out of 5.
Jalen Ramsey checking in for Ripley. Number 1, Miss Forgill for Shady, getting ready to serve it up.
Forgill ready. That's a great serve. Like I said, just when it just crosses the very tip top of the net there. And Stover's met at the net. Good job by Ripley.
Good effort by Forgill to be able to get that fastball right there. Out of bounds it goes for Ripley. Shady resulting in the point.
Nice play by Bailey Richmond to get that over for Shady. And Shady's opened up a 3-1 lead. But I think Forgill is very effective the way she serves.
Yeah, she is a great consistent serve.
And Stover.
Good effort from Shady.
Great effort, great hustle. Ripley with a nice play.
Great kill by number 24, Ms. Braylon Lutz. She was a powerhouse in the last game against Princeton. She seems to be doing that just for Shady as well. Great hit.
And it will be Addison Howry will serve for Ripley. And that time Shady I'm sure as much as Shady has obviously played here in her own gym.
Just happens sometimes.
Used to play, and that happens as that time hitting off the rafters and Shady not able to handle it and Ripley able to tie it up. This is the first set of the best 3 of 5. Good hustle. Ripley's got to get it over, and they do. McGill sets it up.
Bloomfield with a nice hit right there. Howry sets it up. Little push.
And is it in? Waiting for the call.
He calls inbounds.
And it is inbounds in the point to Shady. But you can already feel the intensity and already, that the vibe they have here in the building. And like I said, obviously because this is Shady's home gym.
Home court.
But like I said, at stake is a trip to the state volleyball tournament. Is that time Ripley not able to handle the serve, and Shady takes a 5-3 lead.
Watch the replay right here. Nice little serve by Miss Olivia Stover, the senior, just goes off the shoulder of Miss Jalen Ramsey.
Olivia Stover serving. She's planning on continuing her volleyball career at Concord next year. And that's just a little strong and a little wide, and the point will go to Ripley. That was Bloomfield, just like I said, a little strong, little wide, and that cuts the lead to 5-4.
Burdette checking in for the Lady Vikings, and number 24, Braylon Lutz, to serve it for Ripley.
And here we go. And Ripley not able to get it over.
We got some substitutions for both sides. Number 12 for Ripley, Willow Simon checking in. For Shady, we've got number 14, Brianna Shrewsbury, and number 4, Sophie Attili, the sophomore and the freshman, getting ready to have their shot in the big leagues here.
That's it. Yeah, because, when you get this far, and then if you're fortunate enough to win and get to the state tournament, you're playing at a really different level than most of what you went through the course of the regular season. So Shrewsbury will serve it up for Shady.
Nice serve from Brianna Shrewsbury. Nice pass, Sophie Attili.
And that's a little strong. Yeah, a little strong, and Ripley will get the point. And you can tell up to the adrenaline. That's why some of those, when they go to to throw it down, they hit it a little too hard.
Right.
Comes the Ripley serve. Getting to the net is Shady. They do a good job. And right over here to us, and a nice hit, but it's out of bounds. The point will go to Ripley, and they'll get the game tied. And I stuck my hand out to catch it. Boy, if I'd have stuck my finger out, I'd come back with only 3 fingers. That ball had some smoke on it.
Yes, it did.
That ball was so hot, you could have fried an egg on it.
Out of bounds it goes.
Yep.
Shady point.
That's a little strong, and Shady regains the lead. So it'll be Bailey Richmond will serve for Shady. Like you could already tell the level, the intensity, as I've mentioned a couple times before, of between this set and the match that Ripley had with Princeton, as Ripley able to score with a nice job that time right at the net that time by Fisher, who played well against Princeton. So we're all even at 7. And Ripley comes up big at the net and takes the lead. Addison Howery that time.
Great effort from Ripley right there. Number 6, Delaney Howery to serve it. Barely clears the net.
Yes, I say just got it over the net. And then for Gill, but a little strong and out to Ripley. And Shady wants a timeout.
Yep.
So Ripley got a little excitement. They're up 2. We'll take a quick timeout. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
For 50.
Welcome back to Shady Spring High School for this Class AAA Region 3 volleyball match. This is the first set of the best 3 of 5. And out of the timeout, Shady called that timeout as Ripley had a little momentum. I thought it was a really good timeout by Coach Olson.
Nice kill by Miss Abby Frigill.
Yes, Frigill throws it down for the point.
Watch the replay here. Great setup, great approach. Nice execution of the play there.
And it'll be Kreger to serve for Shady. And here comes the serve. Fisher across the net, and she's met right there at the net by Reagan Mann.
Great job by Reagan Mann to time that block. Just able to send it right back over to Ripley's side. And inbounds as well.
So all even at 9. Here comes the Shady serve.
Kreger.
And it's going to be a tough play for Ripley. They're not able to make it. Once the ball got hit in that one direction, it was going to be tough to get it back across the net. So it shows what a good timeout was. Since that timeout, Shady's ran off 3 straight points to regain the lead.
Nice
coming right over to us.
Good effort
for a minute. I thought that effort was going to land that young lady on our laps. Is Stover able to throw it down, but Ripley able to get the point out of it is once again Fisher doing work at the net. And we're all leaving at 10. Go to 25. Got to win by 2. And it's been very intense. Definitely a little bit more, a little bit higher level in this match, in this set than what we had in the previous one, as Shady is able to take the lead 11-10.
Serves it out, number 5. Caden Shepard checking in for the Lady Vikings, and then number 13 for Shady, Bristol Bloomfield checking in. Number 8, Reagan Mann to serve it.
Yep, Mann's ready. Another left-handed server. We've seen a couple of those tonight, one on each team. Fisher throws it down, and that's going to be tough for Shady to recover on that, as Fisher's played really well.
Yes, she has. She played very well against Princeton.
Yes.
And she also played well against Shady the other night, too. She's definitely a key player that Ripley has in order for them to possibly get this win.
So even at 11, and that's a very tough serve to handle. That ball just hit the top of the net, just kind of died there, and Ripley has regained the lead. And Stover able to kill at the front of the net for the point. I had a conversation last week with Olivia Stover because she spells it with an A, and I said,
yep.
I really didn't know how to say it. And I said, I've never met an Olivia that didn't start with an O.
Jalen Ramsey checks in for Lady Vikings.
For Gill with the serve. Shady gets it across the net. And here's Ripley at the net, and good job by Shady. Ripley can get it over, and they do. Great play by both teams. Both teams going to the net very well, and Ripley able to score.
That was a great rally from both sides, great effort, but Ripley just ultimately able to get the point and the position that they needed to finish that play. What an effort.
Lutz able to score for the Vikings of Ripley. Wow, this is a lot of fun. This is just the first set as that one's out of bounds. This is the first of what could be, we could have 5. It's the best 3 of 5. And right now, neither team's been able to get any separation, all even at 13. We've had a kind of, one team will get on a 2 or 3 point run. The other team then will answer with a 2 or 3 point run. And Ripley regains the lead.
Number 11, Kate Burdett checking back in for the Lady Vikings. And we have number 24 serving at Braylon Lutz as well for the Lady Vikings.
Here's Shady getting right over the net. And Shady able to get the point. As Bristol Bloomfield with a nice play.
Brandon Shrewsbury checking in for Shady. And number 12, Willow Simon checking in for Ripley. And then number 4, Sophia Tilley also checking in for Shady as well.
So Shrewsbury ready to serve it up for the Shady Tigers. And Ripley's got to get it over, and they do. And the ball right over here to us, but the point to Shady. Shady with a 1-point advantage as we watch the replay.
Nice serve from Brianna Shrewsbury.
Off the rafter. And a good
Great
job
play
by
Shady.
Shady. Yes. That was a tremendous play to play that off the rafter.
Yes, it was.
And Reagan Mann able to put the ball right in between all of them and get the point for Shady.
Great serve. Brandon Shrewsbury has one of the most consistent serves we've seen tonight for sure.
And both teams going good to the net. And Ripley not able to get it and clear the net, and Shady's opened up a 3-point advantage.
The sophomore, Brianna Shrewsbury, doing a terrific job for the Lady Tigers.
Shady got a little momentum going here.
And just as I say that.
That's what you call the announcer jinx.
It goes, yep.
That's what you call the announcer jinx.
Into the net it goes. Number 15 checking in for Tiffany Fisher. Fisher, again, a key player for Ripley here up at the net. Number 3, Desi Steele, ready to serve for Ripley.
See, Morgan, that's when we can say welcome to the Announcers Club whenever you say something like that. And it happens as Shady, nice play at the net. And Shady gets the point. So it'll be Bailey Richmond to serve for Shady. So you go to 25, got to win by 2. This is the first set, and that one will not clear the net.
I didn't say anything that time.
Yep.
Number 6, Delaney Howery up to serve for Ripley.
If you do this long enough, continue to do it, you will see, no matter what sport you do, that sooner or later that's going to happen to you.
Forgill with a nice hit right there. And again, who else other than Tiffany Fisher? Great presence at the net, great approach.
Yeah, especially when you get into basketball and you say such and such. You know, Morgan Payne has made her last 20 free throws and then clank.
Right.
I mean,
brick.
Yeah,
airball.
I mean, right. I mean, it just, that's the real announcer's jinx. Is here's Ripley trying to get even as they serve it over. Ripley with a nice place for Gill, went to the net, and the point will go to Ripley, and they've tied it up.
That was a great point. Well-deserved for Ripley right there.
You know, you're talking, Ripley's a 3 seed, Shady's a 2 seed.
Right.
So you would think by seeding-wise, they would be very competitive, and that's what we've got here as Ripley's now regained the lead. Gill able to get it over off the, and that was a tough break as the ball hit one of the extensions off the basketball goal that's put up, and Shady able to tie it as Stover will check back into the lineup for Shady.
The senior, number 6, Kennedy Krager to serve for Shady. Hopefully for them to get some momentum.
Great serve, just cleared the net. Ripley able to get it over. That one looked like
it
barely
could.
I thought it hit the raptor. I don't know if it did.
That was good for Ripley.
Yeah. And Shady got to get it over, and they do with Stover. And that ball had a lot of smoke on it. Yes, by Fisher.
Substitutions for the Lady Vikings. We got Shepard coming in, number 5, and then we've got number 24, Braylon Lutz. Also checking in for the Lady Vikings, Shepard to serve.
So Ripley with a 1-point advantage. For Gill over the net and gets the point for Shady. You know, we haven't done too many games where we got 20 to 20 like this. I don't think we've done any where it's been like this, a nip and tuck coming down the stretch.
Absolutely.
Here.
Number 13, Bristol Bloomfield checks back in for the Lady Tigers. And then we have number 8, Reagan Mann to serve.
So this is just the first of what could be 5 games. And
it did hit the rafters.
Hit the raptor on the hit across.
On Shady's side right, so that would be a Shady point.
Shady will get the point, and they've regained the lead by 1. That's just a tough break.
It is.
It's like we talked about, the team that can punch their ticket to the Charleston Civic Center at the state tournament, they won't have that problem as Olivia Stover able to score.
Yep, that ball was definitely going out if Ripley hadn't tipped it, but they did result that in a tip, and Ripley wants a timeout.
Timeout, we'll take it with them. Be right back here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life,
We got you.
Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW WORLD.
Out of the timeout, Shady ready to serve, leads by 2. To the net, Lutz. For Gill, for Shady. And Stover delivers a smash. And Shady has a 3-point advantage. And I mean, that was a smash.
That was a smackdown. Olivia Stover, the senior.
Ripley's got to get it over, and they do. And Stover again able to score. And now Shady, this game was tied at 20. They scored 4 in a row, gained point right here, and trying to go up 1-0. So Shady's gotten real strong at the net here in these last 3 or 4 points. Here comes the Shady serve. And Ripley says, back at you with a nice play across the net.
Oh, yeah. I figured that one was coming. Great job by Ripley there.
So here's Fisher to serve. And then we got a win by 2. And what a break.
Wow.
Wow, looks like that was going to be the end of the set. I didn't think the ball was going to clear the net, and that's called living well.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really as a defender you can do really think about that. Same
Oh,
thing.
wow.
That time they were ready for it. As for Gill tries to get it done. And Shady will win the first set. An exciting first set, 25-22, and take a 1-0 lead in this best-of-5 series. We'll take a quick break, come back, have a second set here coming up next on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
We welcome you back to Shady Spring High School as this is Class AAA Region 3 volleyball action. Shady with a 25-22 win over Ripley. They lead this match 1-0. Set 2 coming up momentarily. Tonight's action brought to you in part by Heather Cantley, your Edward Jones financial advisor. She's my financial advisor. She can be yours as well. She helped me prepare for retirement, and she can do the same for you. You can contact Heather at her new location at Harper Road in Beckley at 681-254-0097. Also, the volleyball action tonight brought to you by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur, West Virginia. They have quality custom cabinets. They're a proud sponsor of local sports, and you can dial them up at 304-252-2917. Also, the action brought to you by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. They have a 24-lane bowling center with a full-service restaurant. Bring your family, join the league, or book your next birthday party there, 304-253-7328. And also brought to you by Infinity Coal Company, located in Sophia, West Virginia. They're now hiring experienced underground miners. They offer a great wage and great benefits. You can apply online through the United Coal Company's Facebook page. All right, Morgan, the first set, very exciting. You could tell right off the bat the intensity, and Shady able to outscore Ripley down the stretch 5-2. It was tied at 20, and Shady's able to win it 25-22 and lead 1-0.
Yep, that was definitely an exciting first set. Atmosphere in this place is outstanding. I think both teams definitely played their heart outs there, and I think they're getting ready to continue that. Looks like everybody's almost checked in here. Rotation's good for both sides. And here we go.
We are ready to roll. And let's see who will get things started. And
should be Shady since Ripley served first last game.
Yes, and that is correct. Reagan Mann will get things started for Shady. And here we go. And Ripley able to score first as Fisher with a big hit.
That was a great hit for Fisher. She's been a key player for Ripley all night.
Yeah, Fisher and Lutz have been the 1-2 punch for Ripley.
We got Burdette serving for Ripley.
Ripley swept Princeton's earlier match to get here to take on Shady. The winner of this match will qualify for the state tournament. And when I say win the match, if Shady wins, they punch their ticket. If Ripley wins this match, and they got to come back and play again on Wednesday, as we're all even at 1 apiece.
For Gill to serve for Shady. We had a couple substitutions in for Ripley. Shepard checked in.
And I'm sure, Morgan, this is one time Ripley would not mind coming back to Shady twice in,
100%.
in 3 nights.
Nice little block from Shady there. Ripley able to recover.
And they do get it over the net. And Stover gets it over the net for Shady. There's Lutz for Gill for Shady.
Little miscommunication there, but Ripley's able to recover it.
Good job by Bloomfield there, or beg your pardon, it was Bloomfield at the net.
Nice job from both teams.
Yes.
This is a great rally here.
This is. Ripley's got to get it over, and they do, and it's out of bounds. And Shady will get the point. Yeah, that's one where they were going back and forth. You just didn't want to see it end.
Right. For Gill to serve for Shady.
You got some of the crowd walking in right behind her, almost right there on her heels.
Yeah.
And a nice play by
Shady
Ripley.
just unable to handle that.
Yeah.
Number 7, Jalen Ramsey checking in for Ripley. And she will be the one to serve it as well.
We're all leaving at 2-2.
We're all even in 2-2 here. Shady able to start up their play. Ripley, great block.
Yeah.
Another great block from Shady, just unable to recover it, and Ripley gets the point.
Nice job by Bloomfield at the net to get it over, but then Ripley able to get the point. Here comes the serve for Gill, handles it. Bloomfield sets it up.
A little bit of contact on Ripley's side.
And that was Mann that set up Bloomfield rather, and this is out of bounds and the point to Ripley.
Ripley now leads 4-2. Jalen Ramsey still serving for the Lady Vikings.
And here it comes. Good job by Ripley meeting Stover at the net. For Gill gets it over. And Ripley able to score. So Ripley scored 3 in a row.
Yes, they have.
And they take
Momentum's
a 5-2 lead.
definitely going to Ripley's side for this first little part of the second set here.
Got to play that off the part of the basketball goal there. Nice hustle by Lutz to get it over the net for Ripley.
Good hustle by Shady, same thing, able to get it over the net. Little awkward there for Ripley. They end up being in the net, so that results in a Shady point. The senior, number 11, Miss Olivia Stover, who, like we mentioned earlier, will continue her career at Concord.
Yeah, Stover ready. Here comes the serve. And the point to Ripley.
able to get some contact on that block for Shady, but just ultimately ended up out of bounds.
So Ripley getting off to the start they want. They're double up Shady right now. Shady won the first set, 25-22. They lead 1-0. It's the best 3 out of 5. This has been a good volley by both teams, getting it back and forth. And how did they score that? Still waiting.
This line judge on this side calls it out of bounds. Let's see what the head ref says.
And
they give the point to Shady. They call it out of bounds on our side in front of the Ripley bench here.
Yeah, Ripley not happy with that.
No, they are not. Number 14, Shrewsbury, goes to serve for Shady. And number 4, Sophie Attili.
And that's one thing, Morgan, I really couldn't tell. I was just waiting on the official, and it took forever for the official to, but you'd rather be late and get it right.
Absolutely.
Of course, you know, they don't have to be able to come and look at our video. I'm sure the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, could zoom in on that if we had to. And Shady able to score. You know, that's one thing in doing these games on video. Of course, we can see things that when it's happening live, you got to make that instant call right there.
Absolutely. A little bit more difficult than what it seems. And into the net it goes for Brianna Shrewsbury. Now we have number 14. That is, 24, Braylon Lutz. I just saw the 4, didn't see the 2.
Yeah.
And then Burdette checking in for the Lady Vikings. Lutz to serve for Ripley.
And here it comes. Good job getting it right over the net.
Out of bounds the block goes, and that results in the Shady point. Now number 3, Bailey Richmond to serve.
That was Mann that went to the net for Shady. Shady within 1. There's Forgill.
Forgill with the kill.
Yes. And Shady's tied it at 7. Ripley got to get it over, and they do. And it didn't look like Shady was ready for that.
Yeah, I don't think they were. They just weren't in the positions that they needed to be to get that.
They were talking like trying to line some of their players, and in the meantime, while they were doing that,
just lost control Ripley, where the ball was.
Yeah, Ripley took advantage of it.
Number 15 checks in, Tiffany Fisher for Ripley, and number 3, Desi Steele to serve.
And here comes the serve, and it will not clear the net.
We're all tied 8-8 as the senior checks back in. Olivia Stover for Shady, and another senior serving it up, Kennedy Krager.
And here comes Krager's serve.
Nice serve by the senior.
And Shady comes up big at the net. And no, the point will go to Ripley.
Right, when it landed on Shady's side. Shady made contact, just couldn't get the ball on the right side of the net for him.
So Ripley has regained the lead. This is the second set of the best 3 of 5. Shady won the first one, 25-22.
What a kill from Olivia Stover.
You know, as I said when we were doing the Nicholas County first round, the way Stover can play at the net, her name's Olivia, she wants to spell it with an A, she can spell it however she wants to when you do that. So here's Reagan Mann to serve for Shady in a 9-9 game.
Nice serve from Reagan Mann.
Good hustle for Shady. They got to get it over, and they cannot.
Great hustle, though. Just couldn't get it to go their way. As Ripley gets the point there, some substitutions are being made. Number 5, Cadence Shepard checking in for the Lady Vikings, and number 24, Braylon Lutz checking in as well.
You know,
Shepard to serve.
And if you're a head coach, Tabitha Craddock, you got to really be pleased, like how they've played Shady and how they've stood up.
Oh, absolutely.
To this. Yes.
Yeah, you definitely need to be proud of your team if you're Ripley, 100%. Great effort from both teams. Great group of girls. Couldn't ask for a better volleyball night.
And you're thinking maybe, what's the key to getting a little bit of separation? Because this is almost like a mirror of the last set.
Right, yeah.
It was 20-20, and then Shady pulled away and outscored them 5-2 right there at the end to win the game.
Out of bounds it goes.
That's a
Shady takes the lead.
So Shady's regained the lead. And I say regained the lead, I'll have to correct myself. Actually, they've been tied. That is, they led one other time at 2-1. So I was correcting that as I go back and look.
Look at that.
And Shady able to score again.
Great play by Shady on that.
So here's Vergil to serve.
Great serve by Vergil. Barely clears the net there. A little awkward for Ripley as Shady's able to get the point.
And Shady's up now a 3-point lead.
I think this is the largest lead. Am I correct?
That is correct. The
Shady's
only
had
other
on
lead
Ripley.
they had was 2-1, yeah. And then they've led 11, 10, 12, 10. Right, this is the largest lead. Vergil to serve it again.
Great hit by Ripley.
Ripley comes up big with the point.
Number 7 checking in for Ripley, Jalen Ramsey, and I believe she will go to serve it.
She will. And here comes that serve. Vergil handles it.
Great effort from Ripley right there.
And up over her head, the young lady for Ripley with a nice play.
Wow, look at that. Straight down for Olivia Stover.
Right down the chute as Olivia Stover goes right to the net.
Watch the replay here. Just perfect execution, perfect approach. Nice little jump set straight down.
It's like a slam dunk
Great
in basketball,
angle.
wasn't it?
Absolutely. That's as close as you can get to a slam dunk in basketball for here, for
and
volleyball.
here's Olivia Stover ready to serve. Lutz with a good job and able to score.
Nice open space in Shady's court. Ripley found it, was able to get the point.
So it has been a battle. And Bloomfield not able to get it across the net, and the point for Ripley.
Nice spot
It was.
for Richmond. Shrewsbury checks back into the game for Shady, the sophomore, and then the freshman, Sophia Tilley, number 4, checking in as well.
Shrewsbury will serve for Shady. 2-point advantage. Stover will also have a seat. Here comes the Shady serve. And at the point for Shady.
Nice serve from the sophomore, Brianna Shrewsbury.
So it's a 3-point advantage.
Great serve by Shrewsbury.
Yes, that was a great serve. It just cleared the net and it kind of died low. And it had a lot of steam on it. Very difficult to return.
Shrewsbury is such a young player for Shady. I was lucky enough to coach her in her middle school years in basketball. Great kid, great student. She's definitely been a key player for Shady right here as they go up 18-13.
Yeah, Shady with a little momentum as they have a 5-point advantage. And Ripley wants a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Hey, grab me one too.
Out of the timeout, Shady with a 5-point advantage as they serve it up. And that's a good timeout for Ripley because we're at the stage of the game, and Ripley able to score out the timeout where Ripley, you know, they're thinking this could be a danger zone for them right here, but they're able to get the point out of that timeout. So they trim the lead 18-14 as Slutz will serve for Ripley.
Great hit by Reagan Mann. Ripley able to execute some contact on the ball, but just wasn't able to go their way. Number 12 checks in for Ripley, Willow Simon. As number 3, Bailey Richmond still continues to serve for Shady.
And here it comes.
A little miscommunication there from Ripley.
But they were able to get it over, and Forgill dials it up.
Little nice hit by Bella Jovanovski. Little tip action from her as well.
And that might go, I thought for a minute it was going to go in the basket.
Just about.
And Forgill, the nice play.
Nice spot by Forgill. Great effort from both sides. Just Shady was able to get the point on that one.
You know, in the last set we were tied 20-20, and Shady outscored them 5-2 to win 25-22. Now with the 6-point advantage when they hit 20. As here comes the serve for Shady.
Nice hit from Ripley.
Yes, Taylor on the play.
Yep, Addison Taylor, great hit. Key player for Ripley checking in right here, Tiffany Fisher. And number 3, Miss Desi Steele to serve it.
So a 5-point advantage for Shady at 20-15. Trying to go up 2-0 in this best 3 of 5. Forgill.
Nice block from Bella Jovanovski and Reagan Mann.
Shady got to get it over. They got one more chance to do it. They do it for Gill, a little strong. And the point to Ripley. Here comes the Ripley serve. Steele.
Nice serve, nice pass from Sophia Tilley.
And that's the Shady point.
Score should be 21-16.
It is.
Krager to serve for Shady.
And here comes the Krager serve.
Nice serve by Krager.
Good hustle by Shady. And
great play. Shrewsbury and Olivia Stover.
Yes. Shrewsbury made a great play on that.
Yeah, great hustle by that young lady right there.
She kept the play alive, and then Shady
yes, she did.
That's a beautiful play. So up 22-16. Here comes the serve. And count it for Shady as that's man at the net. So Shady closing in on what they hope to be a 2-0 lead in the match, leading 23-16.
Great serve from Krager.
Ripley's got to get it over on that one, and they do. And another point. And now just a point away from going up 2-0 as the ball comes over here. All your fans sitting behind you, Morgan. Maris Lowry here with Morgan Payne, heavy hitter Mr. Nick Eskins.
I call these my Velcro students.
Your Velcro students. I don't even know what that means.
They're just attached to me like
oh, they're attached to you. Okay.
These aren't even my students this year. These are ones from last year.
Okay. Well, I guess you made such a good impression on them that it's paid off as Shady gets the point and the win.
Yes, they do.
Final score is Shady 25, Ripley 16. So Shady now leads
2-0.
This class AAA Region 3, 2-0 as we'll take a break and come back and have the third set, which if Shady can win that, they'll punch their ticket to the state tournament. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD.
Gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports, has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Mid-State Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Mid-State Ford, home of the Big John deals.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Hey, grab me one too.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School. Maris Lowry with Morgan Payne, the heavy hitter Mr. Nick Eskins producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera. And this is the Class AAA Region 3 volleyball tournament. And Shady leads this best of 3 of 5, 2-0. And Morgan, if Shady can win this one, they will punch their ticket to the state tournament. I want to congratulate the Lady Flying Eagles of Beckley. They punched their ticket to the 4A tournament.
Great for the southern region of West Virginia.
Well, like I said earlier, we could Raleigh County could have
potentially 3.
Yeah, because you got Independence and Liberty in AA. Right. Of course, Shady is a one set win to winning the match and going. Yep. And Beckley's already punched their ticket.
Right.
So we're ready to go. Ripley will serve it. And Ripley's got a tall task of beating Shady 3 straight times, but you can't beat him 3 till you beat him once.
That's right.
And right off the bat, Shady able to score with Stover. And in the first set, Ripley played it really tight till it got to 20. And in that last set, they played them tight till it got around 15 or 16. And then it kind of got away, and Shady really, took control from that point on.
Reagan Mann to serve for the Lady Tigers. Ripley able to handle it, trying to set something up here. Bloomfield with the kill.
Yes.
Almost, and it was a little awkward for Ripley. Too close to the net, which results in a Shady point. They lead 2-0.
And in an elimination situation like this is for Ripley, you desperately cannot get too far behind. You got to be able to stay in there.
Beautiful serve.
Yes, it just cleared the net, and now Shady off to a good start with a 3-0 lead. And Ripley's going to need a rally. And here comes the serve. And I don't think that's going to clear the net, and it does not. I can kind of sense that wasn't going to make it.
Little awkward positioning for Ripley there.
And Shady up with a 4-0 lead. And if you're Ripley, you've got to really compose yourself and pull it together.
Can't get too far behind.
Here's Reagan Mann with the serve. And Stover with a smash, and it's 5-0 Shady. Right now, you can kind of tell, look a little bit of the body language from Ripley right now. They're like, wow, this is
down.
Yeah.
But seriously, this could go either way. You just never know.
Yeah. They got to get a rally, and right now it's not working for Ripley. They find themselves down 6-0.
I could see the coach probably potentially maybe taking a little time out here just to, gather up the troops a little bit.
Maybe just try to maybe change momentum a little bit. Try to regather, recompose yourself. As Ripley able to get the point there, and a much-needed point.
Absolutely.
So here's Fisher to serve for Ripley. And here it comes. I'm not sure what they called there.
He accidentally blew the whistle and it stopped the play. He said, my fault, we're going to replay it so nobody scores. Just the serve goes back to the original team that served it.
So just like none of that ever happened, right?
Redo.
It's just like take a magic wand and wave it and it just disappears, right?
This is not the droid you're looking for. That play out of bounds for Ripley.
Yeah, a little strong.
So Shady gets the point.
7-1, the lead.
Number 7, Jalen Ramsey checks in for Ripley.
As for Gills ready to dial up the serve. And she's ready. Here we go.
Nice hit.
And over to the scorer's table and a nice play. Ripley gets the point on that one. This is Class AAA Region 3. Shady trying to punch their ticket to the tournament in Charleston.
Nice spot with Olivia Stover. Yep. The tip barely going over the net there. I think a lot of people probably thought she was going up for the kill, but she fooled them.
Yeah, don't have to slam it, just a little tip right over the front of the net. And here's Stover with the serve. And once again, Shady has found like a little weak spot. They've been able to hit like a soft spot in, I guess, a zone, and Ripley calls a timeout. We'll take it with them. It's a 9-2 Shady lead. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches? It's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW WORLD.
Welcome back to Shady. As the Shady Tigers with a 9-2 lead is Stover with the serve. If Shady can win this, they will complete the sweep and punch their ticket to the state tournament as Shady gets the point on that and take a 10-2 lead. Maris Lowry with Morgan Payne, Jackie Moon on camera, and the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Olivia Stover with the serve. And a nice play that time by Taylor for Ripley for the point.
Addison Taylor, another great presence at the net for Ripley. Number 11, Miss Burdette checking in, Kate Burdette for Ripley. And number 24, Braylon Lutz to serve it for Ripley. Nice little serve there.
And Bloomfield that time.
A little strong.
Yeah, a little strong and out of bounds and the point to Ripley.
What a hit.
Yes. Richmond with the big play for Shady.
Got some substitutions for both sides. Willow Simon checking in for Ripley, Shrewsbury checking in for Shady, and Attili checking in for Shady as well. That was an amazing kill.
Yes, it was.
If you're Ripley right now, you really need to kind of try to focus on just winning a point, one by one, trying to catch up a little
segments.
bit. I heard Allie Burdette ask the bench, like, come on, can we get some energy in here, So,
right.
I mean, hopefully, if you're Ripley, you get some energy going. If you're Shady, you just can keep continuing what you're doing.
Yeah, just continue what you're doing. Got to get it over, and Ripley does.
Nice little block.
And Ripley able to score at the net. But that's it. You've just got to find, small success,
right.
Point here, point there. You can't try to come back all at once. You can't score 6 points on one serve.
Desi Steele to serve. Number 15, Tiffany Fisher checking back in for Ripley. Good serve by Miss Steele. That's exactly who you want hitting it if you're Ripley, Miss
That's right.
Fisher right there. Good job from both teams.
And here's Fisher with it. And they can't get it over, and the point goes to Shady. So it'll be Bailey Richmond to serve for Shady. You got to play it off the rafter there, and they can't get it over. And that was a tough break because the ball looked like it lost a little steam when it hit the rafter there. And the lead back to 8. This equals the biggest lead of this particular set.
Nice response by Shrewsbury, Brandon Shrewsbury, but Ripley
Shady,
ultimately able to get the point.
Yeah, Shady hit that, I think, one too many times there. You mean you can't do that 4 times?
No.
No? Good play by Fergill.
Senior checking back in, Olivia Stover for Sophie Attili on Shady's side. And the senior, number 6, that's Kennedy Krager to serve for Shady. Oh, and that ball comes up short for the Lady Tigers, so the Vikings have a chance here.
Yeah, they don't get it across the net. You got a football score of 14-7.
Braylon Lutz checking in, and then Burdette goes to serve for the Vikings.
So here's Ripley now. As you mentioned, Burdett on the serve. Lutz able to get it across for Ripley. Good job by Forgill. And there's Mann. Ripley's got to get it over, and they do. And you
Great
can see that one
by
coming.
Reagan
Yes.
Mann. She had 3 very good, consistent kills
right
there. Shrewsbury checking out. Number 13, Bloomfield checking in.
And this equals the largest lead of this set. 15-7, an 8-point advantage. Shady wins. They'll punch their ticket to the Class AAA State Tournament in Charleston. And Stover with the slam.
Great job by Olivia Stover.
Yeah, Shady got off to a 6-0 lead. They've not looked back, and I think that it's just too big of a hole maybe for Ripley to climb out of.
Yeah, it might be. But, I mean, seriously, you never know with these games.
Well, true. But, you know, and I think as we get deeper into the game, and like as Shady gets closer, they're thinking, look, you know, you're 8 points away from going to state tournament.
Right.
As they get closer, it's like sharks smelling blood in the water,
right.
you know. And they've opened up to a 10-point advantage, the largest. And actually, this lead right here, Morgan, is the largest they've had in any set tonight from 2 previous sets and
really?
in this one, yes.
Bloomfield hits it a little too far out of bounds for that particular play. Number 15, Tiffany Fisher, up to serve for Ripley.
Yeah, they never led by – they ended up winning by 9. That was ended up to be the biggest advantage in the last set, is Shady able to get the point there. But this 10-point lead here is the biggest they've had in any of the 2 previous sets and in this set. Yes,
Number 7, Jalen Ramsey checking in for Ripley.
Forgill serves it up, ready to. And that's the point for Ripley. So Ripley will get the serve. And Addison Hallery to serve it, and it will not clear the net. And Olivia Stover set to serve for Shady.
Nice positioning if you're Ripley.
Forgill with the set. Shady gets it over the net. And the point to Shady. And you always think, 20 is that magic number when you get to 20. And the first set, it was 20-20. Mm-hmm. And then the last time Shady was 20-14 and now 20-9 as there's a timeout by Ripley. Quick timeout. While we got a minute to tell you that, we appreciate all the sponsors that make this happen, from State Farm Insurance to Exit Elevation to Edward Jones, Heather Cantley, your financial advisor, from Hart's Cabinets to Leisure Lanes, Infinity Coal, Pasquale's Italian Restaurant, Allstate Insurance, Lori Richmond, the agent, Spartan Factory, and Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Without your sponsorship, not able to bring this high school volleyball action, we appreciate that in this Class AAA Region 3. So right now, I'm sure if you're in the Shady Huddle, got a 20-9, you can sense it. You're 5 points away from punching your ticket to the state tournament.
Right. I'm sure that's super exciting for them. Ripley, if you're Ripley, you just got to keep fighting 1 point at a time. It's not over until it's over.
And that's right. And if you're Ripley, you say, look, we're not going down with the fight.
Right.
If they beat us, they're going to know that they were in a battle. But
absolutely. You leave it all on the floor, especially
it.
For those seniors.
Yeah. So out of the timeout, Olivia Stover ready to serve. And here comes the serve across the net. And once again, Lutz and Fisher have been the 1-2.
Absolutely,
for Ripley.
Yeah. Burdette checking in for Ripley. As number 24, Lutz to serve it.
With the left hand, like I said, each team's got a
One
left-handed
lefty.
server. Bloomfield across the net. And Shady with a 21-10 lead.
Number 12 checking in, Willow Simon for Ripley. Shrewsbury and Attili check in for Shady. Shrewsbury to serve for Shady.
So here comes the serve by Brianna Shrewsbury.
Nice serve.
And Ripley able to get the point. That was a nice play by Burdette for Ripley.
Fisher checking in for Ripley. Then we have Desi Steele, number 3 for Ripley to serve.
And here comes the serve.
Nice serve from Desi Steele.
And Ripley able, nope, that's out of bounds, and Shady gets the point. The Ripley bench not quite happy with the officials on that.
I think they were claiming that she was underneath the net.
So Richmond will serve for Shady. That's a really good serve. And Ripley will get the point there. So Ripley, hanging in there, fighting, doing everything they can, kind of claw and scratch their way back into it as they face elimination. 22-12 lead for Shady. And a point as Mann throws it down.
Olivia Stover to check back in for Shady.
And Shady can sense it now, 2 points away from being able to punch their ticket to the state tournament. So we've got Beckley already in 4A. Shady's right on the brink of, being in 3A, and then we'll see what Independence and Liberty can do if they can perhaps make the state tournament in Class AA, and Raleigh County will have quite a representation at the state tournament as Ripley gets the point there.
Lutz checking in, and so will Cadence Shepard for Ripley. I believe Cadence is to serve it. Ripley definitely putting up a fight.
And Stover with the score, and now Shady a point away. Point away of getting the broom out and sweeping up and punching their ticket to the state tournament.
Reagan Mann, the senior, to serve it for Shady.
And here we go. And that'll do it. And Shady wins, and they will punch their ticket to the state tournament. The final score, 25-13. Shady sweeps this Class AAA Region 3, best 3 out of 5 match, 3 sets to none, 25-22, 25-16, and 25-13. We'll take a quick break, come back, and wrap it up here on Video Productions.
Ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Hey, grab me one too.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School as the Shady volleyball team are celebrating, as they should, as they punch their ticket to the state tournament at the Charleston Civic Center. Shady sweeps up Ripley in this class AAA Region 3, 25-22, 25-16, 25-13. Morgan, your final thoughts?
I thought Ripley put up a great fight. Those girls are very talented. Just wasn't their night tonight. Shady, congratulations. You're heading to the state tournament, and hopefully you and Woodrow Wilson, Beckley. And possibly Independence, who knows, represent Raleigh County.
That's it. We know there's 2 teams. We mentioned the game course Shady, and as Morgan told you, Beckley in 4A, and then we'll see if Independence and or Liberty can make it from AA. Well, that'll do it here from Shady Spring High School. We appreciate everybody here, the athletic director, Ronnie Olson, that helped in the preparation of our broadcast. Of course, on camera, Jackie Moon, and doing another outstanding job, as always, producing and directing the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins. For my partner, Morgan Payne, I'm Maris Lowry saying good night, everybody.